Good evening everybody. So today I am here to teach you science, and the topic that I am going to teach in science is natural resources. That is chapter 14. I am going to start. So first of all, before going to natural resources, let us understand what is a resource. So a resource is anything that can be used for a purpose, and there are 5 different types of resources. I am not going to explain you all of that, but in the viewpoint of this chapter, that is natural resource, I am going to explain you only about that. So today we will be covering just a small part of that natural resources, and we will be going to discuss about atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere, biosphere, the biotic components and the abiotic components. So first of all, let us see about the natural resources. What is natural resources? So anything that is obtained from nature, the resource that are obtained from nature that can be used on for a purposes, that is known as natural resource. And mainly there are 3 types of natural resources, that is air, water and sun. So the as we know, earth, our earth is the only one planet in which life exists in the form we know. Why? Only because of those natural resources that are present over here. The atmosphere, the atmosphere, the air, atmosphere is a blanket of air that covers our earth. And the second one is hydrosphere. Hydrosphere consists of all the water bodies together in this planet. For example, like rivers, lakes, seas and oceans, etc. The next one is lithosphere. Lithosphere consists of all the main landforms that is present all over the earth. It may be any kind of landforms. It may be plains, it may be plateaus, it may be mountain ranges, it may be anything. And what do you mean by biosphere now? So all these 3, that is the atmosphere, the lithosphere and the hydrosphere, if they consist together to make an ecosystem, that form, that landform or that water form or that air present over the 3 with together, they are known as biosphere. Now there are 2 types of things present in a biosphere. There are 2 types of components that are present in a biosphere. One is biotic components and the next one is abiotic components. Now what are biotic components? Those which are living beings like us, we, the humans, the plants, as you can see, the plants, humans, we, the animals, they are all the biotic components. And what are abiotic components? For example, water, land, air, all those are abiotic components. Now if we go to see what is biotic component, in simple words we know it as living organisms. For example, me, I am a human being. The animals, for example dogs, cats, all those animals, this leaf, this tree or this plant, as you can see, this leaf, it is a biotic component. Why? Because it produces its own food with the help of sunlight and water. And all those living organisms, they are dependent upon sunlight and water and the resources for their survival. And now the next one is abiotic component. What is abiotic component? If you want to know, then all those non-living things, for example this wall, it is a abiotic component, it is non-living. This scooty, as you can see, it is a abiotic component. That car over there, that is a abiotic component. All those non-living things, for example air is also a non-living thing, water is also a non-living thing, the soil, non-living thing. They help us, they help the biotic things to survive, they help the biotic things to grow on, they help the biotic things to dependent upon. We, all the biotic things and the abiotic things are wherever, somewhere we are independent, we are dependent directly or indirectly upon each other. So that's all for today. On the further class we will be going to discuss about air, water and the soil. I'd like to request the students that kindly go through the chapter, the next part, that is air, water and soil. Okay, now if you have any kind of confusion, you can ask me by directly contacting me, or now I'm going to provide you the homeworks. The homeworks you'll see in the next. Thank you.
The questions are: number 1, water resources; number 2, define natural resources; number 3, what do you mean by atmosphere, lithosphere and hydrosphere. Number 4. Define biosphere. Question number 5. Write the differences between biotic and abiotic components.